Hi. All right. Hello and welcome to my vodcast. Since it is Halloween this week, I am dressed in my Halloween costume for you, and I won't tell you what it is until the end of the vodcast, so you'll have the next 5 or 6 minutes to try to figure it out. Particularly if I bore you, then you can just spend it trying to figure out what my costume is. The topic this week is digital footprint. So both our digital footprints and then what we teach the children about digital footprints. And since basically every single article that we were supposed to read this week suggested the same first step, I of course went and Googled myself my name. I am lucky for two reasons about this. The first is that I have an uncommon name, and so I can't be misrepresented by someone else. I know that friends of mine who do have, more common names, when you do search them, you'll get them, but you'll also get other Samanthas or Colleens or Brittany's. And I like that for when you search Cami, you just get me. And so that's important to me because I if I'm going to have a digital footprint, I want it to actually be mine. And then the other reason that I'm pretty lucky when it comes to digital footprints is that I do teach younger kids. And so I know I don't have the same concerns that some of my colleagues who teach older grades do have, with students posting things about you, which then, you have a much harder time getting down because you didn't post them yourself. So, the first 5 hits that did come up when I Google searched my name were my Pinterest profile, my YouTube station, which I do only use for this course, for my master's course, and Etsy, Prezi, and Library Thing. So actually, 4 out of those 5 things deal with the professional side of my life. They deal with either my courses that I'm taking or my actual teaching job. So, and then the 5th one, of course, is Etsy, and I am not ashamed at all of Etsy. The most embarrassing thing you can find out about me in those first 5 hits is that I ordered a zombie garden gnome for Christmas last year, and I still stand by that it made a fantastic Christmas present. I also looked under Google Images. I think it's really important that you not just search your name under the websites, but also images, because those can be very detrimental to a career. So again, the first images that popped up were my YouTube profile picture, Google+, Twitter, and then of course my Pinterest. And so those are all professional related. The one thing I did notice that I did not like was that under images, Pinterest kind of takes over, and I'd be okay with that if it was just my pins, but it's not. The pictures that are under the image search can be pictures of not only your friends' profile pictures, but pins that they've pinned, and I don't like that, simply because then I'm not in control of what's going on my digital footprint. So I have been very cautious about who I've added as a friend or who I've followed on Pinterest, simply because I want to be in control of what images appear when you Google search my name. I do think it's pretty helpful that my parents, when we were younger and we got started using the internet, made us use an alias. Not that I posted anything particularly incriminating, but it is nice that teenage angst won't follow me throughout my life in the digital world. And I think that is something that we really need to reiterate with students, is that, something that you write when you're 13 is going to be there when you're 33. And something as simple as just not using your name is really helpful. I have colleagues I know who go, when they're on Facebook or anything that will show up in a Google search, they use an alias there. And so it can go as far as that, and it can be as simple as when you're adding comments to things, not writing your real name, using an alias for that. I have a class website. My grade 3 students are obsessed with writing comments. We talk a lot in class about how, you don't have to use your real name for that. It can be an alias. I have two main reasons why my digital footprint is extremely important to me. The first is that I love my job, and as a kindergarten teacher, I really think it is my responsibility to be a good role model, and that includes anytime I'm outside of the school. It's not just an in the school thing. So if I'm out in the community, if I'm shopping, if I'm at a restaurant, I'm always aware that I am a kindergarten teacher and that I need to be a good role model. And so that goes for my digital life as well. I want to be a good role model on the internet. The second reason is that since my first year of teaching, and I am currently in my 8th year of teaching, I have been, I don't want to say obsessed, but that's probably pretty accurate, with getting a job with the Department of National Defense and in Europe teaching at a Canadian school. So I know that there's a very real possibility every time I submit an application that I could be Googled to see what I'm like, and it is extremely important, since that's my dream, that I am represented in a positive way. I did find the article super, super interesting. I particularly found, now see, I have to look over at my computer for this, but the Nielsen blog to be super great for discussing the digital footprint with parents and students. So I think that one I'm going to bring, especially to the older teachers, older year teachers in my school. The other thing that I really loved was the quote. Here's the quote. That the world is now more connected than ever is not just a mere platitude. It should be your guiding principle in making sure that the information connecting you to others online is actually supporting your reputation and career and not tearing them down. That one is from, the Wilmer article. Sorry. And I think that kind of is what we really need to get across to the students. And I am a whole 2.5 minutes over my time, sorry. Just so you know, I am a short vowel. I'm 5'0". Have a happy Halloween.